Justin Bieber just dropped a bombshell about Oprah Winfrey that's shaking Hollywood to its core. At 30 years old, the pop sensation finally spilled the tea on his relationship with the media mogul. And trust me, it's not what you think. This ain't your typical celebrity gossip. It's a game changer that's going to make you see these two superstars in a whole new light. But here's the kicker. What Bieber revealed about Oprah goes way beyond just their personal connection. It's exposing a hidden side of the entertainment industry that most people never get to see. You thought you knew everything about these A-listers. Think again, because this story's got more twists than a pretzel factory. Justin's rise to stardom. Remember when Justin Bieber was just some kid posting cover songs on YouTube? Yeah, that feels like ancient history now. But here's the thing, there was way more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. Sure, we all saw this fresh-faced Canadian teen blow up overnight, but the real story? It's wild. Back in 2007, Justin was just another 13-year-old with big dreams and a decent voice. He'd post videos of himself singing R&B covers, and yeah, he was pretty good. But lots of kids post videos online. What made Justin different? Well, it turns out he had some serious help that nobody knew about. See, while Justin was busy being a regular kid in Stratford, Ontario, there were already industry bigwigs keeping tabs on him. Talent scouts were watching his every move, analyzing his potential like he was some kind of golden ticket. And let's be real, the pressure on this kid must have been insane. One day you're worried about homework. The next you're being told you could be the next big thing. That's a lot for anyone to handle, let alone a teenager. But here's where things get crazy. Justin's rise wasn't just fast, it was like someone strapped a rocket to his back. In 2008, Scooter Braun accidentally clicked on one of Justin's videos. Next thing you know, he's flying the kid to Atlanta to meet Usher. A week later, Justin's singing for L.A. Reid. And boom, he's signed to Island Records. Now, most new artists take years to build up a fan base. They gotta pay their dues, do small gigs, slowly climb the ladder. Not Justin. This kid went from YouTube to worldwide superstar faster than you can say, baby, 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 oh. We're talking sold-out tours, platinum records, screaming fans, the whole 9 yards. And he was still just a teenager. But here's the million-dollar question. How does a kid from nowhere become a global sensation that fast? Sure, Justin had talent, but there are tons of talented people out there who never make it big. Something else was going on, something big. And that's where things get really interesting, because it turns out there was a hidden force behind Justin's meteoric rise. Someone with the power, the connections, and the know-how to turn a small-town Canadian kid into an international superstar. Someone nobody would have expected to be pulling the strings. You ready for this? It was Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, that Oprah. The queen of daytime TV, the billionaire media mogul. She was secretly involved in Justin's career from the very beginning. Mind-blowing, right? Now, we all know Oprah's got the magic touch when it comes to making careers. One appearance on her show could turn a nobody into a somebody overnight, but with Justin, she took things to a whole new level. We're talking behind-the-scenes mentoring, secret meetings, the works. Oprah saw something in this kid and decided to use all her power and influence to make him a star. But here's the thing. Oprah's involvement in Justin's career wasn't just some casual mentorship. Nah, this went way deeper than anyone could have imagined. We're talking about a level of influence and control that's going to make you question everything you thought you knew about how stars are made in Hollywood. Oprah's secret mentorship. You think you know how stars are made in Hollywood? Think again. Because what went down between Oprah and Justin Bieber was next level. We're talking secret meetings, hidden agendas, and a whole lot of power moves that nobody saw coming. What was Oprah really up to with the Biebs? Let's be real, Oprah ain't just some talk show host, she's a straight-up kingmaker in the entertainment world. One nod from her and boom, you're on the map. But with Justin, she took things to a whole new level. We're not just talking about a quick interview or a book club recommendation. Nah, Oprah was working behind the scenes, pulling strings like a puppet master to make Justin the biggest star on the planet. Now, you might be thinking, why would Oprah care about some random kid from Canada? That's the million-dollar question right there. See, Oprah's got a nose for talent, and she saw something special in Justin, but it wasn't just his voice or his looks. Oprah saw potential, the kind of potential that could change the whole game. So she started meeting with Justin on the down low. We're talking super secret cloak and dagger type stuff, no paparazzi, no social media posts, nothing. Just Oprah and Justin plotting out his path to superstardom. And these weren't just quick chats over coffee. Nah, we're talking hours-long strategy sessions where Oprah was dropping knowledge bombs left and right. They'd talk about everything, his music, his image, his personal life. Oprah was teaching Justin how to handle the media, how to build his brand, even how to invest his money. She was basically giving him a crash course in how to be a celebrity. And let me tell you, when Oprah's your teacher, you're going to learn some serious stuff. But here's the crazy part. They kept this whole thing under wraps for years, like top secret government files level of secrecy. Nobody knew Oprah was the one guiding Justin's career. Not his fans, not the media, not even most people in the industry. It was like some kind of stealth mentorship program. And the impact, huge. Every major decision Justin made, every big career move, Oprah's fingerprints were all over it. That whole bad boy image he had for a while. Oprah's idea, the comeback tour that put him back on top. Oprah helped plan it. Even his social media strategy was influenced by her advice. We're talking about a level of control and influence that's almost scary. Oprah wasn't just giving Justin advice, she was shaping his entire public persona. From the clothes he wore to the people he dated, everything was part of a bigger plan, a plan that Oprah had laid out years in advance. At the craziest part, it worked. Justin went from being just another teen pop star to a global icon. He's breaking records, winning awards, and making more money than most people can even imagine. And a lot of that success, it's thanks to Oprah's behind-the-scenes work. But here's the thing that's got everyone scratching their heads. Why Justin? Out of all the talented young stars out there, why did Oprah decide to put so much time and effort into him? What did she see in this scrawny kid from Stratford that made her think he could be the next big thing? That's the question that's got Hollywood buzzing. Because let's face it, Oprah doesn't do anything without a reason. She's always got a plan, always thinking 10 steps ahead. So what was her endgame with Justin? What did she stand to gain from all this secret mentoring? Turns out the answer to that question is way more complicated and way more shocking than anyone could have guessed. But that's a whole other story, and trust me, it's gonna blow your mind. The hidden financial connection. Everyone knows Oprah's got money, but did you know she was secretly bankrolling Justin Bieber's career? We're not talking pocket change either. This was a high-stakes gamble that could have cost her big time. So why'd she risk it all on a Canadian kid with a YouTube channel? Let's break it down. Oprah Winfrey ain't just rich, she's loaded. We're talking billions with a B. And she didn't get there by accident. Oprah's got a nose for business that'd make Wall Street jealous. She's turned everything she touches into gold, from TV shows to magazines to her own network. So when Oprah decides to invest in something, you better believe she's thought it through. But investing in Justin Bieber, that's a whole different ballgame. See, in Hollywood, there's always been whispers about stars secretly backing other stars. It's like this underground economy where the rich and famous bet on who's going to be the next big thing. Sometimes it's just advice and connections, but other times, it's cold, hard cash. And that's exactly what was going on between Oprah and Justin. Behind all those secret meetings and mentoring sessions, Oprah was putting her money where her mouth was. She wasn't just telling Justin how to be a star. She was funding his rise to the top. Now you might be thinking, why would Oprah need to invest in Justin? Didn't he have a record deal? Sure he did. But making it big in music takes more than just a contract. You need tours, music videos, promotional campaigns, and all that stuff costs serious dough. That's where Oprah came in. She was like this secret angel investor, pumping money into Justin's career at every turn. New wardrobe for a tour? Oprah's got it covered. Fancy music video with special effects? Oprah writes the check. Marketing campaign to make sure everyone in the world knows Justin's name? You better believe Oprah's behind that too. But here's the thing about investing in celebrities. It's risky as hell. One scandal, one flop album, and boom, all that money's gone. And let's be real, Justin wasn't exactly a safe bet. He was a teenager with a squeaky clean image in an industry known for chewing up and spitting out young stars. The potential for disaster was huge. So why'd Oprah take the risk? Because the potential payoff was even bigger. If Justin hit it big, and spoiler alert, he did, Oprah stood to make a fortune. We're talking a piece of every album sold, every concert ticket, every bit of merchandise. It's like she bought stock in Justin Bieber Inc. before it went public. And the scale of Oprah's investment? It's enough to make your head spin. We're not talking about a few million here and there. Nah, Oprah went all in. The exact numbers are still under wraps, but industry insiders are saying it could be upwards of $100 million. Yeah, you heard that right, 9 figures. But here's the craziest part, it worked. Justin didn't just become a star, he became a global phenomenon. And Oprah, she's laughing all the way to the bank. Her investment in Justin has probably paid off 10 times over by now. It's like she had a crystal ball that showed her exactly who to bet on. So next time you hear a Justin Bieber song or see his face on a billboard, remember, that ain't just pop music you're looking at. It's the result of a multi-million-dollar bet made by one of the smartest business minds in entertainment. Oprah saw Justin's potential and went all in, risking big to win big. But you know what? The money was just the start, because Oprah and Justin's deal went way beyond just dollars and cents. There was a whole other side to their arrangement that nobody saw coming. And trust me, when you hear about it, it's gonna change the way you look at both of them forever. The confidentiality agreement. You thought the money was wild? Wait till you hear about the secret pact Justin and Oprah made. We're talking NDAs tighter than a bank vault and meetings so hush-hush even their own teams were in the dark. But why all the cloak and dagger stuff? What were they hiding that was worth risking everything to keep under wraps? In Hollywood, keeping secrets is as important as making hits. Stars and their teams are always trying to control what gets out to the public. But what Justin and Oprah had going on, that was next level. We're not just talking about a simple don't tell anyone about this kind of deal. Nah, these two had a full-on legally binding confidentiality agreement that would make government spies jealous. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Don't celebrities sign NDAs all the time? Sure they do, but not like this. Most of the time, those agreements are pretty basic. Don't talk about what you saw on set, don't spill any gossip, that kind of thing. But the deal between Justin and Oprah, it was so intense, so detailed, it's like they were guarding nuclear launch codes or something. So why go to all this trouble? What could be so important that two of the biggest names in entertainment would need this kind of protection? Well, for starters, there's the whole mentorship thing. Imagine if word got out that Oprah was secretly guiding Justin's career. It could have changed everything. How people saw Justin, how they looked at Oprah, maybe even how the whole industry operates. But it goes deeper than that. This agreement wasn't just about keeping their meetings secret. It covered everything. The financial deals, the career advice, even personal stuff that went down between them. We're talking about a document that basically said, if you breathe a word about any of this, you're in big trouble. And let's be real, this kind of secrecy is rare even in Hollywood. Sure, stars have mentors all the time, but usually it's something they're happy to talk about. It's good publicity, right? But Justin and Oprah went to extreme lengths to keep their relationship under wraps. It's like they were running some kind of top-secret celebrity boot camp. Now I know what you're wondering, what exactly was in this agreement? Well, that's the million-dollar question. The details are still locked up tight, but insiders are saying it covered everything from how they'd communicate to what would happen if the secret ever got out. There were probably clauses about social media, about who they could talk to, maybe even about how they'd act in public to throw people off the scent. But here's the real kicker. This agreement didn't just cover Justin and Oprah. It extended to their teams, their families, anyone who might have known what was going on. We're talking about a web of secrecy that spread out from these two superstars and caught up everyone around them. One wrong move, one slip of the tongue, and boom, legal trouble. The craziest part, they kept this up for years. While the rest of us were watching Justin grow up in the spotlight, thinking we knew everything about him, there was this whole other side to his life that nobody had a clue about. Every interview, every public appearance, it was all part of the act. So why'd they finally spill the beans? That's a whole other story. But one thing's for sure, now that the truth is out, it's changing the way we look at both Justin and Oprah. It's not just about the mentorship or the money anymore. It's about the lengths they went to keep it all secret, and what that says about the power they wield in the entertainment world. But don't think for a second that we've heard everything. Nah, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Those secret meetings between Justin and Oprah, they weren't just for show. What went down behind those closed doors is going to blow your mind. Behind closed doors. Imagine being a fly on the wall when Justin Bieber and Oprah Winfrey got real with each other. No cameras, no PR teams, just raw truth. What they discussed in those meetings, it wasn't just career stuff. We're talking deep personal revelations that shaped Justin's entire future. But first, let's talk about how these secret rendezvous even happened. We're dealing with two of the biggest stars on the planet here. You can't just have Justin Bieber strolling into Oprah's office without the whole world knowing. Nah, these meetings were planned with military precision. They'd use decoy locations, fake names, even disguises sometimes. Justin might tell his team he was going to the studio, then slip out the back and meet Oprah at some random house in the hills. Oprah would say she was taking a day off, then sneak out to some private airport where a small plane was waiting. They went to crazy lengths to keep these meetings under wraps. And it wasn't just once in a blue moon. These meetups were happening way more often than anyone realized. We're talking at least once a month, sometimes even more. Whenever Justin had a big decision to make, or Oprah saw an opportunity, they'd find a way to get together. So what went down in these top secret sessions? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Sure, they talked about Justin's career, his music, his tours, his public image. Oprah was giving him the kind of insider knowledge that most stars would kill for, but it went way deeper than that. They discussed Justin's personal life, his relationships, even his spirituality. Oprah wasn't just shaping Justin's career, she was molding him as a person. She'd give him advice on everything from how to handle fame to how to be a better partner. It was like having the world's most powerful life coach on speed dial. And let's be real, Justin was soaking it all up. Every major decision he made, you can bet he ran it by Oprah first. That time he cancelled his tour to focus on his mental health. Oprah's idea. When he decided to open up about his struggles with addiction. Yep, Oprah was behind that too. But it wasn't all serious business. These meetings could get pretty intense, so they'd find ways to lighten the mood. Sometimes they'd just hang out, watch movies, or talk about normal stuff like family and friends. It was in these moments that Justin and Oprah really bonded, building a relationship that went way beyond just mentor and mentee. Now I know what you're thinking. What else went down in those meetings? Well, here's a little teaser for you. Some of the conversations they had were so personal, so private, that Justin's still not ready to share all the details. We're talking life-changing stuff here, the kind of revelations that can alter someone's entire path. But here's the kicker. These meetings weren't just changing Justin. They were having a big impact on Oprah too. She wasn't just giving advice, she was learning from Justin as well. About youth culture, about the music industry, about what it's like to grow up in the spotlight. It was a two-way street, and that's what made their relationship so unique. So next time you see Justin Bieber on stage or in an interview, remember, there's a good chance Oprah had a hand in whatever he's saying or doing. These secret meetings shaped him in ways we're only just starting to understand. But hold up, because we're not done yet. Oprah's influence on Justin went way beyond just giving him advice in these meetings. Nah, she was playing a much bigger game, one that would change Justin's entire public image. And trust me, when you hear about it, it's gonna blow your mind. Shaping Justin's public image. You thought you knew Justin Bieber, but what if everything you've seen was carefully orchestrated? Oprah wasn't just giving advice. She was the puppet master behind his entire public persona. The transformation you've witnessed. It's way more calculated than you ever imagined. Let's be real, in Hollywood your image is everything. One wrong move and you're yesterday's news. But for Justin Bieber, every move was part of a master plan, and Oprah Winfrey was the mastermind behind it all. We're not just talking about a few tips here and there. Nah, Oprah was pulling strings like a pro, shaping every aspect of Justin's public image. Remember when Justin went from squeaky clean teen idol to bad boy overnight? That wasn't just him acting out, it was all part of the plan. Oprah knew that to stay relevant, Justin needed to grow up in the public eye. So they orchestrated this whole bad boy phase. The tattoos, the run-ins with paparazzi, even some of those controversial tweets, all carefully planned to show Justin wasn't just a kid anymore. But Oprah didn't stop there. She was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Once the bad boy image had run its course, it was time for Justin's redemption arc. Suddenly, he's apologizing for his behavior, talking about personal growth and making music about being a better person. And guess who was behind that transformation? Yep, Oprah. Even Justin's relationships were part of the strategy. Those high-profile romances, the on-again, off-again drama. Oprah had a hand in all of it. She knew that keeping Justin in the headlines was key to maintaining his stardom. So every public appearance, every Instagram post, every interview, it was all part of a bigger picture that Oprah was painting. But here's where it gets really wild. Oprah wasn't just thinking about next week or next month. She had a long-term plan for Justin's career that spanned years. She saw beyond the teen pop star phase and envisioned Justin as a mature artist with staying power. Every move they made was setting up the next phase of his career. Think about it. Justin's transition into more adult music, his collaborations with major artists, his foray into fashion. None of that happened by accident. It was all part of Oprah's grand design to turn Justin from a flash-in-the-pan teen sensation into a legitimate global superstar. And let's not forget about Justin's personal life, his marriage to Hailey Baldwin, his openness about his mental health struggles, even his embrace of religion. All of these elements were carefully woven into his public image under Oprah's guidance. She knew that for Justin to truly connect with his audience as he grew older, he needed to show depth and vulnerability. The craziest part, it all worked. Justin Bieber isn't just still relevant, he's one of the biggest stars on the planet. And it's all thanks to Oprah's behind-the-scenes puppeteering. Every scandal, every comeback, every reinvention, it was all part of the plan. But here's the thing. Oprah's influence on Justin went way beyond just his public image. Nah, she was shaping every aspect of his life, from his career moves to his personal decisions. And trust me, when you hear about the full extent of Oprah's involvement in Justin's world, it's gonna make your head spin. Because this wasn't just about creating a star, it was about molding a person. And the way Oprah did it, it's gonna change how you look at celebrity culture forever. The personal touch. Remember those big life decisions Justin made that seemed so shocking at the time? Turns out there was more to the story than anyone realized. Oprah's advice wasn't just career guidance, it was life-altering, and the choices Justin made under her influence, they're gonna make you question everything you thought you knew about him. See, Oprah wasn't just shaping Justin's public image or giving him career tips. She was getting deep into his personal life, influencing decisions that would change the course of his entire future. We're talking major life choices here, the kind of stuff that goes way beyond what outfit to wear to an award show. Take Justin's religious journey, for example. Remember when he suddenly became super vocal about his faith, started attending church regularly and even got baptized? That wasn't just some random phase. Oprah played a huge role in Justin's spiritual awakening. She encouraged him to explore his beliefs, to find something bigger than fame to ground himself in. And boom, next thing you know, Justin's preaching about God on Instagram. But it didn't stop there. Oprah's influence seeped into Justin's relationships too. When he got back together with Hailey Baldwin and then quickly married her, people were shocked. It seemed so sudden, right? Well, turns out Oprah had a hand in that decision too. She counseled Justin on the importance of stability and commitment, especially given his crazy life in the spotlight. She helped him see that finding a solid partner could be an anchor in the storm of celebrity. And let's talk about Justin's mental health journey, opening up about his struggles with anxiety and depression. That was huge. And yep, you guessed it, Oprah was behind that too. She pushed Justin to be honest about his struggles, knowing that his story could help millions of fans dealing with similar issues. It was a risk for sure, but Oprah knew that authenticity would ultimately strengthen Justin's connection with his audience. Even Justin's decision to take breaks from music and touring was influenced by Oprah. She saw how the non-stop grind was affecting him and encouraged him to prioritize his well-being over his career. That's not an easy choice for a star at the height of their fame, but Oprah helped Justin see the bigger picture. But here's where things get tricky. All these personal choices Justin was making, they weren't just about his own growth and happiness, they were also shaping his public image. And sometimes what was best for Justin the person didn't always line up with what was best for Justin the brand. Take his religious transformation, for example. While it helped Justin find peace and purpose, it also risked alienating some of his fans who couldn't relate to his newfound faith. Or his decision to get married young, great for his personal life, but it changed his image from teen heartthrob to settled-down husband. Oprah had to help Justin navigate these tricky waters, balancing his personal growth with his public persona. And trust me, we've only scratched the surface here. There are still some major life decisions Justin made under Oprah's guidance that haven't come to light yet. We're talking game-changing stuff that's going to shock you when it finally comes out. But here's the million-dollar question. Why did Justin keep all this under wraps for so long? I mean, having Oprah Winfrey as your personal life coach, that's something most people would brag about. So what made Justin stay quiet about it for all these years? Well, buckle up, because that's a whole other story, and it's going to blow your mind. The pressure of secrecy. Justin kept quiet about Oprah's influence for years, but the weight of that secret was crushing him. Imagine carrying around a bomb that could explode your whole career. That's what it felt like for Justin. But why'd he wait so long to spill? The reason's gonna shock you. Living a double life ain't easy, especially when you're one of the biggest stars on the planet. Justin Bieber was out there smiling for the cameras, doing interviews and acting like everything was normal, but behind the scenes, he was constantly on edge, worried that one wrong word could blow the lid off his secret connection with Oprah. The stress was real, and it took a serious toll on Justin. We're talking panic attacks before big interviews, sleepless nights worrying about slip-ups, and constant anxiety about who might find out. Justin was living in fear that someone would put the pieces together and expose the truth about Oprah's role in his life. There were some close calls too, like that time Justin almost let Oprah's name slip during a radio interview. He caught himself at the last second, but it left him shaken. Or when a paparazzi caught him leaving a building where Oprah was known to have an office. Justin had to come up with some crazy excuse about getting lost on his way to the gym. To keep the secret under wraps, Justin had to get creative. He'd give vague answers about his success, crediting hard work and good people around me. When asked directly about mentors, he'd name-drop other celebs to throw people off the scent. He even started avoiding certain topics altogether, which only fueled more rumors about what he might be hiding. But the hardest part? Lying to the people closest to him. Justin's own team didn't know the full story. His family was in the dark. Even some of his closest friends had no idea about Oprah's involvement. It was eating him up inside, having to keep such a massive secret from everyone he cared about. The pressure kept building and building. There were times when Justin was on the verge of cracking, ready to spill everything just to get it off his chest, but something always held him back. Maybe it was fear of the consequences, or loyalty to Oprah, or just the habit of keeping quiet after so many years. So why did he finally decide to come clean at 30? Well, that's where things get really interesting. It wasn't just one thing that pushed Justin to reveal the truth. It was a perfect storm of events that finally made him realize it was time to stop hiding. First off, Justin had reached a point in his career where he felt secure enough to handle the fallout. He wasn't that vulnerable kid anymore, desperate for guidance. He'd grown into his own man with his own voice and his own success. Plus, he was tired of living a lie. The weight of the secret had become too much to bear. But there was something else too. Something big that happened behind the scenes that finally pushed Justin over the edge. We don't know all the details yet, but insiders are hinting that it involves a major falling out between Justin and Oprah. Whatever went down, it was serious enough to make Justin decide it was time to tell the world the truth. Now that the secret's out, Justin's feeling a mix of relief and anxiety. He's finally free from the burden of hiding, but he knows this revelation is going to shake things up in a big way. And he's right to be worried, because this bombshell ain't just affecting him. Nah, it's sending shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry, and Oprah, well, let's just say her world's been turned upside down, but that's a whole other story, and trust me, it's one you won't want to miss. Oprah's reputation on the line. Oprah's always been untouchable, right? The ultimate role model, inspiration to millions. But Justin's revelation might have just cracked that perfect image. Now everyone's asking, how deep does this rabbit hole go? Oprah Winfrey's built an empire on trust and authenticity. She's the queen of media, a self-made billionaire who's inspired millions with her rags to riches story. People look up to her, hanging on her every word like it's gospel. But now that carefully crafted image is taking some serious hits. When Justin spilled the beans about Oprah's secret role in his career, it sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. Suddenly, everyone's questioning everything they thought they knew about the queen of all media. Is she really the down-to-earth, tell-it-like-it-is personality we've all come to love? Or is there a whole other side to Oprah that's been hidden from view? The public reaction's been mixed, to say the least. Some folks are praising Oprah for mentoring a young star, calling it a selfless act of guidance. They're saying it shows how much she cares about nurturing new talent. But others? They're not buying it. They're calling Oprah manipulative, saying she was just using Justin to further her own interests. Social media's been blowing up with hot takes. 1 minute #ThankYouOprah is trending. The next it's #Oprah exposed. It's like the whole world can't make up its mind about how to feel. Is Oprah a secret puppet master pulling strings behind the scenes? Or is she just a misunderstood mentor trying to do some good? The entertainment industry's in a tizzy too. Some insiders are saying this kind of behind-the-scenes mentorship happens all the time, it's just usually kept quiet. Others are shocked, saying Oprah crossed a line by getting so involved in Justin's career without being upfront about it. There's talk of ethical boundaries being blurred, of potential conflicts of interest. But here's the thing. It's not just about whether what Oprah did was right or wrong. It's about the fact that she kept it secret for so long. People are feeling betrayed, like they've been lied to all these years. Oprah's whole brand is built on honesty and openness. Now folks are wondering what else she might be hiding. The potential consequences for Oprah's brand are huge. We're talking about a media empire that spans TV networks, magazines, books, you name it. All of it's built on Oprah's reputation as a trusted voice, a beacon of authenticity in a fake world. If that trust is shaken, it could have some serious ripple effects. There's already talk of boycotts, of people cancelling their subscriptions to O Magazine or tuning out of OWN. Some of Oprah's business partners are getting nervous, worried about how this might affect their bottom line. And let's not even get started on what this could mean for Oprah's future projects. Will people still trust her book recommendations? Will they still tune into her interviews? But don't count Oprah out just yet. She's weathered storms before, and she's got a knack for turning setbacks into comebacks. Some PR experts are saying this could actually be an opportunity for Oprah to reinvent herself, to show a new side of her personality that people haven't seen before. One thing's for sure, Oprah's reputation will never be quite the same after this. Whether it's damaged beyond repair or just slightly dinged up, only time will tell. But the days of Oprah being seen as an untouchable icon, those might be over. And here's the kicker. The fallout from Justin's bombshell ain't just about Oprah's public image. Nah, it goes way deeper than that. We're talking about some serious business implications that could shake up the entire entertainment industry. But that's a whole other can of worms, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for that. The business impact. Remember when celeb collabs were just about music videos and red carpet appearances? Well, Justin and Oprah took it to a whole new level. We're about to uncover a web of business deals so complex, it'd make Wall Street execs scratch their heads. And the numbers? Let's just say they got more zeros than you can count. In Hollywood, mixing business with pleasure ain't nothing new. Stars team up all the time for projects, but what Justin and Oprah had going on was next level. We're not just talking about a few endorsement deals or a joint charity event. Nah, these two were building an empire behind the scenes and nobody had a clue. When Justin spilled the beans about Oprah's involvement in his career, it wasn't just the mentorship that shocked people. It was the revelation that they'd been in business together for years. We're talking joint ventures, shared investments, the whole 9 yards. And the scale of it all? It's enough to make your head spin. Let's start with the music. Sure, everyone knew Justin was selling records and packing arenas, but what they didn't know was that Oprah had a piece of the pie. We're talking a slice of publishing rights, a cut of tour revenues, maybe even a stake in his merchandise sales. Every time Justin's face showed up on a t-shirt or his song played on the radio, Oprah's bank account was getting a little fatter, but it didn't stop there. Justin and Oprah were dabbling in all sorts of business ventures together, tech startups, real estate deals, even a line of wellness products. They were diversifying their portfolio like seasoned investors, always looking for the next big thing. And with Oprah's business savvy and Justin's star power, they had a golden touch that turned everything they touched into cold, hard cash. One of their biggest collaborations, a media production company that nobody knew they owned together. This company was behind some of the hottest shows and movies of the past few years. Hit documentaries, chart-topping podcasts, even a few blockbuster films. And all along, Justin and Oprah were pulling the strings from behind the curtain. The financial implications of their partnership are staggering. We're talking about a joint business empire worth hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of dollars. Every deal they made, every investment they poured money into, it all added up to create this massive secret business juggernaut. But here's the kicker, it wasn't just about making money. Justin and Oprah were using their business savvy to shape the entertainment industry itself. They were investing in new technologies, backing up and-coming artists, and even influencing the way content gets distributed. Without anyone realizing it, they were changing the game from the inside out. Now that the truth's out, people are scrambling to figure out just how deep this rabbit hole goes. Industry insiders are combing through old contracts, looking for hidden connections. Financial analysts are trying to piece together the full scope of Justin and Oprah's business empire. And everyone's wondering what other secret deals might be lurking in the shadows of Hollywood. One thing's for sure, this revelation is going to change the way we look at celebrity partnerships forever. It's not just about who's hanging out with who anymore. Now we got to ask ourselves, what kind of business deals are going on behind the scenes? Who's really pulling the strings in Tinseltown?